Welcome back. My apologies for that. Had to set up a voicemail. Now that we're back, remember to select the vertexes for the bottom of each finger, and that's what I'm continuously going to select. So I select the bottom of the thumb here. You can also go in and just select them inside the 3D view if you find that a little bit easier for you. Basically what I'm doing is I'm selecting the two vertexes that I broke from the fingers to the palm of the hand, and then I make sure that they're all selected inside of 3D Studio Max here. And then once I go in my unwrap, I'm just going to deselect everything else here. That includes the fingers. And I'm just going to make sure that these finger strips are going to attach to this palm. So then I go Stitch, Custom. So sometimes you may run into issues like that. So this is just a good lesson to not do them as entire groups. Go one at a time and rotate them in the spot and take your time to make sure that they all match up. On average, sometimes it works automatically and sometimes it just doesn't. So just for now, grab these finger strips, grab those two vertexes at the bottom of the thumb like I did before, and I'm going to go stitch to average and see how easy that becomes. And then I grab this finger here, I find out which vertex it needs to go to, and I'll rotate in the spot like this. And then I will do the same thing. I'll grab these two vertexes, go stitch to average. Oops, I think these are backwards. Yes. So sometimes you may run into an issue like this. This finger strip right here is actually completely backwards. The vertex up here does not match the vertex up here. It actually matches the finger down there. So that's why I go to my tools and I go to flip vertical. And I actually flip those polygons vertically so that these two vertexes line up properly. And so when I go stitch to average, it actually evens out pretty well. So then I'm going to go back here. I'm going to make sure these are welded again. Stitch to average. That's welded. I go here for this finger strip. I do my rotation. So just take your time and try and rotate these finger strips so that everything matches. And remember that if they're flipped over, just go tools, flip, and then go tools, stitch right here, stitch to average. And then I'll go over here, grab this one. I'll flip this one as well. Tools, flip. I'll rotate it roughly in place like so. And then I'll go stitch to average with those two vertexes selected right there. Stitch to average. Perfect. So now my finger strips are all connected. And if I turn on map seams again, you can see that our map seam actually looks really good here. And we are able to go to polygons, grab this model. We can even go to tools, relax. Relax those polygons so that they're all the right size as they are in 3D Studio Max. And we have our hand model. So with these fingers, we can also expand it and actually attach these fingers to them as well. It's just a little bit more difficult and more time consuming. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack normalize with this hand, and we get a nice hand in here as well. We have the separate fingers, which we can texture up, which is not an issue at all. And we have all the different parts of our model. So for your first little test, and for the next part of your texturing assignment, I want to send you this model, and I want you to try and unpack this model as best as possible until you get a nice texture like this with all the seam lines done the same way we did. The peel lines, the peel seams, as much as possible here. Break it down until everything is completely unwrapped and a nice checkerboard pattern. And then we'll move on to doing the next part, which we will learn more about stitching the two separate parts of the body together to form one unique, not symmetrical map. So this is your lesson on learning symmetry unwrapping. And don't forget, you can render out this unwrap by going Tools, Render UVW Template, rendering this out and drawing on top of it. And you can actually see your results already by drawing on top of this character. And then tomorrow, we'll talk about unsymmetrical characters, and we'll get that done. So good luck and get working. You'll get this model and 2 videos, the first part, and this small little addition. Thank you very much. Have a good time.